The name's Jim Murphy. I work with Azure Water, and we provided to the system the equipment, the bypass feeder. It's on the hot water loop. It's really the one I want to go over, which is over here, the hot water loop over here. And the reason I want to go over here, guys, this is the system you're really going to be watching it on. Okay, we have another one over here. But this is the one you're going to be doing. That's a glycol loop, so. Now, yeah, I know that. Just to make it more difficult and pain in the ass. You guys, I don't know. Wait till everyone's over here. Okay. All right.
Especially you. So short.
This is actually a filter feeder. All it means, it can provide two functions. One is we can add chemical to the closed loop, all right, or we can put a bag filter in it. And I really recommend these closed loops. You flush them out after construction, the rest of that stuff, but you don't get everything, all right? You do the best you can. But the filter feeder you put a 5-micron bag filter in it, and typically it lasts 60 to 90 days. Like on a monthly basis, you'll check the rounds and see how it looks, but typically it comes that. But it keeps cleaning the system. It's like every other thing. You get this system with, in this case, I think about 1,000 gallons. But it picks up shit over time. It just does. And so a good way to do that, make sure you don't have any problems with your pump seals and that type stuff, I use a 5-micron bag filter. It's more important the first year than maybe the second or third year, because in the first year you're going to run, you're going to stir up stuff occasionally. A pump goes down, you have a power outage, whatever the case may be, material gets thrown up. Just like when you have a water break in the system from the city, the water, your toilets are all, your flush valves and your toilets are all screwed up, right? Because material gets sent in with the addition of energy to the system. So this is it here. I mean, basically, the isolation valves, and so this would be an inlet. I don't know if I don't want to crack it, but you crack it, there's a basket, stainless steel basket in here. Okay, into the basket you put the 5-micron filter. All right, it's just a bag filter. And the water flows through it. It gets cleaned out, filtered, and then back into the system on these. And when you got to add the chemistry, say the chemistry gets low for whatever reason, I typically like, because of the chemistry we're using in the loop, to remove the bag filter, put the chemistry in, and then come back and put the bag filter in. Because what I've found is that a lot of this chemistry of the corrosion inhibitor is actually a surface active, and they plate out, and they'll plate out on the surface of the bag filter, so you lose some. Particularly if there's iron in the system and what have you. A closed loop, we shouldn't have to add chemistry. The only reason you add chemistry is because we had a leak. That's it in a nutshell, all right? So it's not something, and that's why we use it. It's basically, keep it simple, that principle that everyone likes to have, because it can't really screw up. Ball valves are fairly reliable. So that's what we got, and it'll hold about 5 gallons. Any questions on the bypass feeder? Okay. All right. Think we're good? Good.